Earth Abides, authored by George R. Stewart, debuted in 1949, marking one of the earliest entries into the post-apocalyptic science fiction realm and serving as a direct muse for Stephen King's 1978 dark fantasy, The Stand. What sets Stewart's work apart is its historical backdrop. Conceived during the nascent stages of the Cold War, a time shadowed by the looming threat of nuclear obliteration, it paints a canvas not scarred by bombs, but by minuscule organisms. Its landscape isn't overrun by mutants or zombies, but by regular folks, graduate students, carpenters, navigating a world adrift. The book clinched the International Fantasy Award in 1951 and secured a spot on Locust magazine's esteemed list of best science fiction. The narrative unfurls in the 1940s as Isherwood Williams, engrossed in his geography thesis, faces a rattlesnake's bite in his secluded abode. Left to fend for himself sans a nearby hospital, he battles through, only to emerge into a world ravaged by an enigmatic pandemic. Seeking solace at his parents' Bay Area home, he encounters scant survivors, grappling with the desolation of being among the last remnants of humanity. Driven by a quest for connection, Ish embarks eastward, encountering disparate groups but finding no kinship. In New York, he encounters a duo ensconced in luxury, sipping cocktails amidst the chaos. Yet, he discerns the imminent peril of a harsh winter sans heating oil and moves on, though the couple opts to stay behind. Upon his return to the West Coast, a flicker of light in a house beckons, promising perhaps a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. Accompanied by his faithful canine companion, Princess, he ventures forth and encounters Emma, a woman a decade his senior. A palpable connection ensues, prompting her to join him. Their bond deepens into romance, culminating in the birth of Jack, the inaugural addition to their burgeoning family. Their ranks swell further with the arrival of Ezra, who brings with him a clutch of survivors, his two spouses, Molly and Jean, George and Maureen, and Evie, a young girl grappling with intellectual challenges. Pooling their resources, they forge an impromptu community, the Tribe, and embark on the mission of replenishing the depleted world. Over the years, their numbers swell to 36, their days measured by etchings on a stone. Yet, Ish harbors concerns about their lack of preparedness for the future. When disaster strikes in the form of a ruptured aqueduct, leaving them parched, Ish impels them towards proactive measures. They labor to secure fresh water through well digging and erect rudimentary facilities like outhouses. Ish assumes the role of educator, imparting wisdom to the younger generation. In a bid to seek out potential allies and resources, he dispatches the eldest boys, Richard and Robert, on a cross-country expedition. Meanwhile, he showers attention upon his youngest, Joey, harboring aspirations of him emerging as the tribe's future torchbearer, a beacon for the reconstruction of civilization. The return of Richard and Robert, accompanied by another survivor named Charlie, heralds new challenges. Despite Charlie's affable demeanor, Ish and Ezra remain circumspect. Their misgivings escalate when Charlie discloses his affliction with sexually transmitted infections, a peril previously alien to the tribe. Ish's fears materialize when he discovers Charlie making unwelcome advances towards Evie. Fearing the implications of her potential pregnancy, Ish sternly forbids any further contact between them, determined to safeguard the tribe's future from unforeseen risks. He stands firm, triggering the group's first ordeal, a trial of law and order. Convinced that Charlie poses too grave a danger to simply cast aside, they grapple with a weighty decision. Ultimately, they opt to dispense justice through a grim vote, electing to execute him, his lifeless form left hanging from a somber tree. Tragically, their resolve falters in the face of a new adversary, typhoid. Its merciless onslaught claims the lives of 5 innocent children, including Joey, leaving Ish reeling in anguish. Doubt clouds his once resolute vision of societal revival, pondering if this loss is a divine reckoning for Charlie's demise. Even his cherished refuge, the university library, now seems bereft of purpose. Resolute in his newfound perspective, Ish relinquishes his scholarly routine and ceaseless fretting over tomorrow. Crafting a primitive bow and arrow, he imparts survival skills to the young, sowing seeds of resilience for the future. Time marches on, claiming members of the tribe while nurturing the emergence of a new generation. Now the sole survivor of the original cohort, Ish dwells in a haze of reminiscence. As a revered elder, he finds solace in the care of his great-grandson, Jack. When wildfire threatens, Jack and his comrades guide Ish to safety, a poignant gesture of familial devotion. In his twilight hours, Ish bears witness to the tribe's embrace of a simpler existence, clad in animal hides, wielding bows in lieu of firearms. Through fading eyes, he discerns humanity's inevitable regression from the trappings of the past towards a harmonious communion with nature. As he draws his final breaths upon the Bay Bridge, gazing upon the timeless hills of the East Bay, enlightenment dawns. He comprehends that humanity's lofty achievements pale in comparison to the enduring majesty of the earth, a humbling realization in the face of mortality. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.